been around you when you're coaching other people, and although you have different types of clients, let's say, people who come in there to do different things. Like, I was quite honest with you. It wasn't really about weight loss for me. It was about sort of getting strong. Well, actually, no. When I first came to you, it was like, I want to look a certain way. And I remember showing you that picture of Zac Efron from Baywatch.
The one in
right?
Baywatch. Yeah.
Yeah. When he does the whole. Oh, Indy, you're like that climbing scene when he's doing the whole thing like this.
Yeah, I've
the
seen
two.
it. Yeah.
You've seen that, and I thought about you guys actually. I watched it only the other day, and so I said to Jamie, and he looked at it and he said, "We can get there, but you're not going to be very happy." This is what Jamie said to me. I said,
you
why?
can tell that they're actually unhappy to get to that space for that day on that shoot. Like,
absolutely. And he said that the body fat at that point, A, is not sustainable, and then this is only corroborated further by when I listened to Zac Efron. He talked about it recently, and he said for films like that, when he had such a ripped body, they were counting everything he was eating, measuring the amount of water, and there were days where they said to him, "You can't drink water." And so he's like, oh, I'm so like, you feel so shit and you're so grumpy, and then he's having to go and do like a take for
you have to pretend like you're okay.
Absolutely. And so that's how it actually started, and but then Jamie said to me, he said, look, and this is the thing, guys, anybody listening, this was the game changer kind of statement that Jamie gave me that changed everything. It was focus on strength. If you get stronger as a consequence, you get ripped, you get the aesthetics, you get everything you want, but all you need to focus on is getting stronger. And then he broke that down even more, which is
progressive.
That's it. That's his term. And to the point that, Monday we had a session. Sorry, Thursday we had a session, and we're about to do a set. And okay, maybe last week we did 5 reps and whatever it is. He said, right, I want 6. You need to get 6. You get 6, we're winning. That's a PB. And it's really, really that simple. And that kind of incremental growth and that kind of compounding. He's a real proponent of that system, but he instills that belief. And now the belief for me is now it's strength. When you focus on strength, the other things will come. And I've had a lot of comments. We've shared a couple of pictures of my kind of befores and afters, and that's all good. But now it doesn't stop. And me and Jamie are on the path now to try and get that 100 kg bench press to 2 plates.
You'll definitely get
that. Indy, our good friend Harpal, me and him are competing. We're trying to get to that 100 kg bench press.
Well, so, all you have to do, Goran, if you want 2 plates on each side, just put 2 5s on each side, mate. You're done. That's it. Done.
This is
complete. That's it.
What we could do is we could get some dummy plates, yeah, like nothing in them.
I've seen people do that on video.
Start lifting, yeah. Start lifting.
I think, Jazz, back to that sort of Zac Efron comment. I think with that one, in social media in itself, it can give off unrealistic expectations, and a lot of people, with men and women, when they look on social media, they think that's the expectation. Does that...
Yeah, I need to dig into this a bit more with you, but the social media side of things on Instagram and people seeing like, people with amazing bodies and people doing
perfect lifestyle,
all these things that look fantastic, great lifestyle, influencer life. I think it's been perpetuated even more with lockdown because people are at home and they're just looking at stuff on social media and they feel really shit about themselves. And the way the algorithm works is if you get more interaction and people are like, oh, this is great, etc., you're going to get shown more than somebody else that's maybe on a different journey or somebody that's still trying to get into some sort of shape, but not that perfect Photoshop shape that's unrealistic.
100%. I mean, it comes down to I see it every day on Facebook and Instagram. You've got people promoting a weight loss jab that was on the news recently. I don't know if you've seen that.
What? What's a weight loss jab?
Basically, the jab, have a jab once a week. I think it's once a week or once every couple of days. And it would say it would reduce your hunger. But I did make a post on it actually recently. But doing it, looking for the quick fix and doing it like that, it's once you stop taking the jab, you're going to gain weight again afterwards. And I think one big thing is that mentality. Everyone's looking for the quick fix. Once you get out of that and realize that it's not going to happen, you will be better for that.
That's how the monetization of it works, though, isn't it? Because if you keep taking the jab, that's how the company keeps making the money because you keep coming back to need it. It's kind of like a drug addict thing, isn't it? Like you keep needing it because you know that you're going to have it.
And I know Jamie has really strong views on this, and so we'll pick this up as well. So on the other side, you've got this one drug which is all about, we're going to stop your appetite so you eat less and, you might lose some weight. But then we got the other side, the steroids, the roids, right? And we talk about this a lot when me and Jamie get together. And it's so good. Like, I'll be there and I'll be doing some PB and then we'll look at somebody else. And Jamie's kind of got this radar, like he knows, like laser vision. It's like, he's on the roids. He's on the roids. There's no way he's lifting that,
No, lads, I can tell you 100%, like even in my gym that I go to, my gym is heavy. There is heavy use of steroids. Like I can call it out and I can just see it straight away. I'm like, listen, you're that big. That's not, I know that that's not possible. Like, come on, man. I know you're juicing on something. And it's fair enough because it's difficult for me because I go in there and I'm like, I'm not big at all. I lift mediocre weights at best, but I'm okay with that because I know my journey is to maintain myself with like back issues, to have a massive endorphin hit and just keep active. Because when I keep active, like prior to this morning, I woke up, I felt groggy. I did a workout. I've come on here. I feel energized and happier. If I didn't do that, I'd be a different person today. So I know that that's what I need to keep myself sane. For those guys, it's different because they're using it for influence money or they're using it for other reasons. And I respect that, but equally be open about it. If you're taking steroids, just tell people.
I think again, that gives off unrealistic expectations as well for people looking on social media. And it gives you, I mean, if someone's trying to start out at the gym and they haven't got the results they want, even though they've made good progress for them, they can still feel down about it and give up when there's no need to do that.
And you offered, really, Jamie, you were telling me you offered some steroids in your gym.
When I was, a few years ago, almost sort of, I'd never do it. I don't believe in it, but they were sort of trying to say, "Oh, come on, you can do this, do that." I was like, "No, I'm all right."
Who said that to you?
In one of the gyms I was in. It's and you'd be surprised. It's very, very common, and it opened my eyes to think, wow, all these guys are doing it, and it just shocked me.
What was the stat, Jamie, you told me the other day about the number of
I think
users?
it's like, I may be wrong, but I think it's 1 in 4 in the gym.
1 in 4. How is it so accessible? This is what I don't get. Like, how did they manage to
get how they did it? And it, I mean, the guys were okay. They were not bad people, but they would have like a back room. They would put the growth hormone in the fridge, and then they would jab them around the back. And people would just come to that gym just for a jab, and they would pay for. I don't know how they do it, their cycle or whatever. And that's how they used to do it. Now, this also comes down to another point, and this is what I tell Jazz about performance, is if you're a natural lifter, you want to look at performance increases over time. Mix hypertrophy and strength together. Okay.
What's hypertrophy?
Okay, so anywhere, it depends on what movement. So maybe the 12 rep range, 15, 10 rep range. But you want to mix it up, because if you're not getting stronger in the gym or performing better, and I'm not saying adding reps every week, but I am saying over time, your body has no reason to change. And you've got something called protein synthesis. So when you hit a muscle group, okay, you have 36, 48 hours, your body adapts. Then you can hit that muscle group again as a natural lifter. When you're on the drugs, that's elevated for the whole week. So you can get away with doing back one day, arms next day, like they would do, or the typical bro split. And that's where that comes from. Where natural lifters shouldn't be training that way.
What's the bro split? Sorry.
So they would split each muscle group per day. So once a week, they would hit one muscle group, all muscle groups once a week. So
is that not the right way to go about it?
No.
So what is the right way to go about it?
Okay, so you want to hit frequency 2 to 3 times a week per muscle group. So for example, if you're someone that's really busy and you've got a busy lifestyle, you can do full body, focus on your compound lifts, upper lower split, or push pull leg split 6 days a week. That all depends on your lifestyle and how many times you want to commit to the gym. But each of them will get results, especially for a natural lifter anyway. So, but that's how you should train differently from someone on steroids.